Good morning, Slop Nation, and welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It is about the happenings of the internet, and it is your one-stop shop for slop. Welcome back, my friends, my beloved sloppers. It's good to see you all on this fine Wednesday morning, or whenever you people listen to this. We have so many wonderful topics to discuss this week. So many wonderful things to discuss. As always, though, if you do not care about one of the things that I'm talking about, you can skip it. There's always time codes in the description. I want to start with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey showed up this week to receive an honorary Caesar Award. No idea what the award show is, but he went super viral for looking like a freak.
And I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried. And
looking like a plastic surgery extravaganza, like a cautionary tale for every celebrity who turns 60 and decides they want to look like they did when they were 30 again. Ooh. This one's weird because it's Jim Carrey, and you don't think it's going to happen to this guy. Like this caliber of performer. This dude is one of the most gifted comedic performers of all time, and let's just take a walk down memory lane and figure out what exactly happened to this guy. What happened to this man, Jimison Carrey? I've got his Wikipedia up here. His middle name is Eugene, which is very funny because that's like the meme name. That's like the name that I give to my friends every time. When I say their full legal name, I throw in Eugene. Jimothy Eugene Carrey. But yeah, he started from In Living Color. He was the white guy on the all-black cast of that show. And gotta be weird to be the only white performer and then end up the single most successful among them by far. Kind of an Eminem situation there. But similar to an Eminem, he just also had the riz. He had the talent, you know. It helped quite a bit that he was white, but he also he had the sauce, man. So he went from In Living Color to star. He's probably the only human that I know of that has starred in 3 #1 movies in the same calendar year. Starred in 3 #1 movies at the box office in 1 year. Like, you hear about oversaturation from an actor like Pedro Pascal last year, but these are 3 movies that wouldn't exist without Jim Carrey, and they revolve around him, and he is the linchpin of the thing. His performing and styling, or whatever, his comedic styling. Oh. His comedic, his shtick. It almost sounds like, it almost sounds cringe to call it a stick. It's like, it's just him, dude. Him being Jim Carrey is the reason those 3 movies are successful. And those 3 movies, for the record, are Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura, the first one. He did all 3 of those fuckers in 1994 in 1 year. 1994, incredible year for film. Also the year I was born. Pulp Fiction, Shawshank, Lion King. Banger year for more reasons than one, am I right? No, without that year, you wouldn't have the stardom of Jim Carrey, and you wouldn't have Slop Chop. 2 things, in my opinion, of equal value. I think all of you will agree, Sloppers. No. But nowadays I just have to compare myself to modern Jim Carrey, and I can beat that fucker in anything. People just want to talk about the old stuff. So he did In Living Color, which got him the film career. He did those 3 movies in a single year, which rocketed him into superstardom. And then, according to his Wikipedia here, that was the moment when he could start charging $20 million as a base salary for every movie he was a part of, regardless of role. So then even in his side roles like Batman Forever and stuff, most of his movies he stars in, dude. He's a leading man. What can you say about the guy? He's a leading man. You put him on the sideline, he's gonna steal a show. Yeah, but he did The Grinch, Bruce Almighty, Series of Unfortunate Events, Yes Man, Liar Liar, and then way, way, way later, the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. So between his between the stuff that people remember and now when he's just doing the Sonic movies and he looks like a freak, he did he made a ton of money and then he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. And I remember very, very distinctly one of my favorite things of all time, Norm Macdonald Live. It was the podcast Norm did before the Netflix show, which is now difficult to find because Netflix scraped it off the fucking YouTube. But it's out there. You just have to look for it. Norm Macdonald Live, incredible, hilarious, amazing. It's like that and Half in the Bag are my two favorite things on the internet. He had Jim Carrey on, and this is like, again, 5 or 6 years ago, and he came on and he was annoying and cringe and very overly pushing his, I don't know what you call it, Buddhism, just pushing like his psychology, but in a very uncool way. All things in Hollywood are awful, which they are. The only affirming and true way to be is away from all that. I've done it. I've had my time, and now I just exist as an entity of love and light. Which sounds all well and good, but the way he said it was annoying. And I remember Norm just trying to do jokes with him because he's Jim fucking Carrey. And he's just like, not for me. So I don't know, like, yeah, he had like a major psychic shift. Maybe he did some hallucinogens and experienced death of self. Who knows? But I would take that over what we got this week. So I don't know how you transition from Hollywood's a hellscape. The only way forward through this life is to avoid all tangibles and seek only spirituality. That was kind of the vibe of Jim Carrey 5 or 6 years ago, and now he is looking like a Floopian, man. He's looking like Fegan Floop got his fucking hands on the guy, and it's unfortunate. I really don't know what happened. It really is strange. So it's all of it, right? It's the look, the insane amount of plastic surgery, to the point where people were considering that you might be an imposter, you might be a clone, or a someone like a makeup artist doing a bit. There was someone that leaned into it and made like an AI generated skin mask and saying like, you know, their name at the awards, Jim Carrey, whatever. So they were trying to take credit for someone being an imposter Jim Carrey at this award show. That got a lot of traction. But the truth of it is, he just looks like a freak now. He's doing like the Michael Jackson arc. And again, this guy, Jim Carrey, he's the dude, he's the one who's gonna... you'd expect it from, I don't know, Megan Fox or some other kind of nothing, only there for their looks celebrity. But Jim Carrey is, again, one of the most gifted physical comedic performers ever created, ever made, ever to walk this earth. Dude, we watched Liar Liar was the one that we had on repeat all the time as kids for some reason. I think it was just the 1994 was the year I was born, so a little bit before our time when we were actively seeking out VHS movies to watch. We watched Liar Liar constantly. We watched The Grinch pretty frequently. What else? Ace Ventura. So that was 94, but we watched Ace Ventura constantly. I still think that is one of the funniest movies, like the funniest movies ever. That and the sequel are both just incredible. I would love to rewatch those movies. I'll add it to the rewatch list. I have a rewatch list on Letterboxd, and much like my watch list, it continues to grow. So what is the plastic surgery thing for real? How does it go so poorly? You know, you have all the money in the world. No one asks to look like a freak. No one does that. No one goes to the surgery office and says, "Hello, I'd like to look floopian, please." No. You go in expecting to look younger and hotter and more fuckable. You turn 60 and you say, "Boy, howdy, am I tired of these skin wrinkles, of these folds in my face. I know for sure that I would look better if I just fucking chopped all the wrinkles off, smoothed it all out, and then sort of made my cheeks and forehead and made my eyes smaller and my cheeks bigger." And where does all that come from? The smoothing I sort of understand. It always looks bad. No, that's not true. It doesn't always look bad. We only notice the bad looking ones. 65% of Hollywood is walking around. 65% of the over 65 age market in Hollywood is walking around with plastic surgery, successful plastic surgery, that most humans do not notice because it's invisible. It's like great CGI that way, where you'd be like, you know, you watch fucking, you watch The Social Network, and you're like, man, it's really impressive how they did that whole thing with no CG. And you go to the behind the scenes, and there's a ridiculous amount of CGI in that movie, but you don't notice it because it's really good CGI, right? So that's like the perfect ideal for getting work done. Who's had successful work recently? Oh, that Kardashian lady, Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner just had really, really impressive work done. So that is who you want to go to, is whoever did that bitch's face. Instead, Jim Carrey went to the meat market and they just carved off a fucking chunk of beef and slid it underneath each of his cheeks, puffed up his fucking cheeks. Is he like, could this be considered yellowface, like Asian impersonation? Could this be considered offensive to our Asian brethren who live like this every day without the plastic surgery? And suddenly you have whitewashing this former beloved comedic actor who wants nothing more than to look Asian. He's trying to look Chinese, man. Chinese is so in right now. He's trying to be Chinese. And I won't stand for it personally. Jim Carrey, I'm disgusted. Disgusted by your yellow face endeavor. At least you didn't go as far as to dye your skin with tanning lotion, excessive tanning lotion. You didn't go that far. But you did everything else. Can't you kind of see Jim Carrey's new face in bronze as like as you walk into a noodle restaurant or a ramen restaurant, like a Buddha? You like rub its fat tummy. That's kind of the vibe. He's going for a Chinese buffet, Buddha rubbing core. Do people rub a Buddha? That's a thing, right? I feel like I always did that. His fat tummy sticking out. It needs a little. But truly, I don't know. Is it okay? Here's my theory on the plastic surgery. My theory is that you do a little bit. You get like just Botox, right, under your eyes, And you're like, holy shit, that looks fucking amazing. That looks goddamn fantastic. Let's do it again. Well, if it worked under my eyes, surely it'll work under my lips. Surely it'll work on my forehead. And then I think at some point you overdo it. You just kind of, it's hubris. Like most things in life, they start with a decent idea and you end up with a disaster. That's kind of the origin story of literally every bad thing on Earth. Right? Your intentions were originally, I don't know if they're good. Your intentions were noble. You were trying to be fuckable again at 60. That's nobility. Sloppers. Your intentions were whatever, understandable, I'll say. But then you flew too close to the sun. And now you look like a freak. You look like a freak. You do kind of feel bad for the guy because this is the viral, this is the slop of the week in terms of virality. It's tied with something else that we're going to talk about. But he knows, he's very aware people think this way of his face now. He's seen the internet. He knows. You kind of feel bad for him, right? But then you remember that he did this to himself, and it's his own fault. And also, beyond the face and the face, beyond his face, beyond that, his energy at the festival was mega cringe. His energy was like, my God, I'm so grateful for this award. What the fuck is it even called again? Ah, that's right. Thank you so much. I think of this basically as an Oscar. It looks about the same. It's roughly the same size and weight. What the fuck is a Caesar Award? I googled it's France's National Film Award. I googled the award and 100% of the photos are Jim Carrey. There's also there's a photo of Penelope Cruz holding an Oscar. It even looks like junk. The award itself looks like junk. It looks like a big scrap heap, like a big pile of crap. Kind of like Jim Carrey's new face. Yeah, it's no good. No good. Oh, I gotta read you guys this headline. This made me laugh. This is from Slate.com. The honorable Slate.com. Headline: You're taking Jim Carrey's face way too personally. And then subline: Yes, he got some extreme plastic surgery, but it's us who should be looking in the mirror. Oh, that's that good stuff. That's that good shit. To be fair, it worked because I did click on it. I clicked on it because I was angered by the cuntiness of this tone. So maybe that's what they're going for. That's definitely what they were going for. It is a successful clickbait headline because I was like, fuck you. I clicked on it. But I was hoping, what's funny is that I was hoping for the article itself to be super annoying and with that same energy, but it's just the headline. So they got me. I mean, that's what I do with Slop Chop. I can't complain. That's what I do and will continue to do. I'm not above bait. I'm not above it. I need all the help I can get. All right, anything else to say about this poor fucker? It's unfortunate. What are you gonna do? He looks like a freak, and the next Sonic movie that he stars in, he's gonna look like maybe it's closer to comic accurate Dr. Eggman, lore accurate Eggman, because Eggman kind of looks like a circle. You know, his face is just like a circle. So maybe that's what he's going for. It's for a role. I know I look like a sort of hellish amalgamation Xenobite, but it's for a role. It's for the much beloved Sonic the Hedgehog series of films. This will be my 4th one. I make a cool $27 million every time I do this shit. Alright, that's enough of Jim Carrey. Let's move on. Alright, the second biggest viral sensation this week that was not Jim Carrey was the McDonald's burger guy. McDonald's burger guy. If you are unfamiliar, the CEO of McDonald's posted an Instagram video of him eating his new Arch Burger, their new Arch Burger.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a Big Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product.
So obviously what's funny is that he takes the tiniest bite of all time. He takes a little bitty bite. Just the smallest little bite. And he goes, Ah, yes. Human food. This shit that I'm peddling to the public. It's funny to think of a CEO trying to appeal to the public or trying to get on the level of his Instagram followers. I love the idea of a CEO of a Fortune 500 company still clout chasing. It's sort of what it is, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably for marketing's sake, but it doesn't seem like he's using a marketing team, because he would have just done another take, or they would have told him, hey, it's a bad look when you take a little micro bite like that. You got a little piece of bread and lettuce. Just a little piece of bread and lettuce is what you got from that bite, brother. He calls it a product, which is also hilarious. It's closer to product than it is to edible material. So I think it's not just that he was business brained. It's just that he was trying to speak as accurately as possible. And I appreciate that, you know? There's a lot of authenticity in this video. There's no camera crew. It's just him with a fucking phone, dude. I actually did some digging and found some outtakes for this video. So I'll plug those in here.
Hi, I'm McDonald's CEO Eugene. I'm here in front of an actual McDonald's. And I'm gonna try our new Arch Burger combo. I'm in a car because I drive. Oh, look at all those delicious classic McDonald's fries. Get a shot of those. My God, it's so fucking salty. Good Christ. You have to cut that out where I fucking almost puked. That'd be really embarrassing if that ever got out. All right, now for the... Is it a shard of lettuce hanging out? Jesus. That's some quality control, guys, huh? Just kidding. And this, our new Big Arch Burger. Here it is. Mmm. Mmm. Oh boy. All right. You know me. This is how a human holds a burger, right? Like that. Now that was a monstrous bite of our was a monstrous bite of our new sandwich. Fuck you, Wendy's. Suck our dicks. The square burger thing is played out. McDonald's just king forever. I eat this all the time. All the time I eat this. I'm one of the richest human beings on the planet. I'm eating this all the time. You better believe it. Maybe I'll go in for a second bite. Although I am pretty full from eating the fry. There's just nothing quite like it. Goddamn, my fucking car is gonna stink. Is it a hair? Jesus Christ. I'm firing everyone in that building. Can't forget about the McDonald's. Remember the Sprite from the internet? Oh. You have no idea how much it costs to pump in the extra syrup. You animals drink this. 700 calories a glass.
In my opinion, I think this is based an excellent and a very cool move. Atriarch made a video about this, so I'm going to try not to just parrot all the points that he made in that, but there is a lot of authenticity here, unironically, where this dude is clearly making this without, like, just for the love of the game. He might have one intern that's behind the camera, but it looks... I wouldn't be surprised if he just set up his phone in his fucking office, bro. Like, that's what he seems like he's doing. He definitely had an intern run out and go get him a burger. And they were like... they told the place... This is for the CEO. Just so you know. Just so you know. Maybe don't squish it. Hawk loogies in the middle of it like you typically do. This is for our chief executive officer. So anyway, he posts this. It goes viral because of the tiny bite and the general disgust on the man's face and the clear indication that he has never eaten a hamburger before, despite him being the CEO of McDonald's, right? And like the way he held it, the fact that he called it a product, all the stuff, all the little tidbits in this short film, all the little tidbits in this short film. He did the McDonald's Sprite thing, of course. He's just like hitting everything. But it goes viral, and then when any sort of virality happens for any sort of product, any sort of company, other similar companies will jump upon it like sharks, circle it like sharks, and do their own version, their own shittier version of whatever the thing is. It happens every single time. There's that amazing meme brand thing, that comic strip. You might have seen it. I'll put it right here. That's it's so perfect and so true. So anyway, first it's Burger King. Burger King gets a hold of this idea, and they put together this very well shot, well developed. Like the speed of, they knew that they had precious little time to do this, and that people wouldn't give a fucking a day. So they jumped on it really quickly. So props to them for that. It does look, it does everything that the McDonald's one doesn't, in that it's well shot. It looks good, and the CEO guy takes a gigantic bite. So that's all you need. You're like owning the libs with your counter video, right? Wendy's does one in a very similar vein. They all look pretty markety, pretty like advertisement-y, whereas this original McDonald's one just kind of, it is an ad, but it felt authentic, man. And we know these goddamn CEOs aren't real people. We know they're lizards. So just show me your lizard, man. It doesn't bother me that you guys are not human beings. That you are in fact reptilian, baby drinking aliens who have been here for thousands of years. It's okay. So show me a little bit. Show me how a guy like that walks around the world, you know? Show me how a guy like that pretends to eat food. It's of interest to me. If you just try to act like a dude, like a normal human, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. When all this was popping off, by the way, you know for sure that every CEO of every fast food company was like, oh God, I'm going to have to eat one of our fucking burgers. And they all did. They all had to eat one of the products that they are pushing down American throats. Atrioc made a great point, which is that in zero of these videos, not a single one, do we see the CEO take a bite, chew, and swallow. They cut away before the swallow every time, which might be for just like the audience's benefit, because watching someone swallow is gross. Oh my God. Watching someone swallow is gross, but it also might be for the simple fact that they know that this is poison, and they won't ingest even a 1 unit of the poison they're peddling. They know the damage it could cause. And they're all, again, it's also possible that they just don't eat human food. They eat only of baby. They drink only of baby. And they usually get these babies from like third world countries and a lot of Central America, because it's closer than Europe. The poverty line is where it's at, and parents are willing to trade their children for living situations for their other children, right? They'll get rid of one so that the other 9 can prosper. It's very primal that way, and you can't blame them. Kind of like Game of Thrones. In Game of Thrones, they do something similar with the White Walkers. These are essentially White Walkers, these people. And, God love them. They make delicious, terrible food for all of us to enjoy. There is a part of me, by the way, that truly does believe in my heart of hearts, or like not even does believe, but like could believe that conspiracy, you know what I mean? Because all of them, all the CEOs and the politicians just have this gleam of. It's so odd. I think maybe it's either that this lifestyle and climbing to all the way to the very top takes such ridiculous tenacity, and also like you're letting go of everything in the world that matters to most people, and you either A, don't care about those things, or you B, shove them down whenever like the idea of settling down or having like a family or slowing down, not working today, taking a day off, that type of stuff that normal humans do. You go, fuck you. Right? And you just keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. And at some point, you lose all the humanity within you and you look like a fucking freak. And you go, hello, I'd like to show you our new product. It's either that, or you're a skin-walking lizard. Huh? One of those two options. There's no in-between. Because you are not normal, dude. You're not. The Burger King guy looks pretty normal. But that's also possible that it was take number 98 and it's very well edited and well produced. It's possible. You know what? As a matter of fact, it's a certainty that he's just as much of a freak as this McDonald's guy. Fucking billionaires, man. Is there a chill billionaire? Is there one? There has to be. It's just a numbers game. Statistically, there has to be. There's probably a couple kids that were born into it that are like not normal-ish. But I just don't think, I haven't encountered one, at least online. Is there a chill billionaire? It's so funny. I have no idea. There might not be. There might not be. It's also possible that once you, just the moment you enter the 3 Comma Club, the lizards find you and they slurp out your innards and they put on your skin and they go, hello, I'm Harvey. I'm sure this podcast will take me to the 3 Comma Club eventually. I'll get there, you know? Just like all podcasters do. The most successful. It makes me laugh to think, by the way, because I have chosen my path. I'm of the entertainment industry. I'm fascinated by it, and I will live in this industry for the rest of my life, probably. And there's, when you look at the numbers, the raw data, there ain't a fucking billionaire in the bunch in entertainment, brother. There's like 3. You got like Dr. Dre, Kylie Jenner, and Jerry Seinfeld. There's actually just 3. It's Dr. Dre, Kylie Jenner, and Jerry Seinfeld. And like literally no one else. You can have hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I'm sure fucking Tom Segura right now, crushing it with this. He's just crushing it. He's like one of the most successful comedians on the planet. He's doing arenas everywhere he goes. Bert Kreischer as well. They are making fuckloads of money. I bet you they both have like 100 to 200 million in the bank. Maybe less. I don't know. But my point is this. You got to go into other industries if you want to get super rich. People are like, you go into entertainment because you like to entertain, and you're trading some of those dollars for prestige. People like this lizard here are willing and happy to avoid the spotlight for more dollars. Whereas some of the more vain among us like the spotlight. And I like it. I like the spotlight. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I do. I enjoy it, obviously. wouldn't be talking into a microphone if I didn't. So God love you to this CEO guy. I'm so happy that we were able to find those outtakes. That's really something. Yeah, well, let's move on, I suppose. Moving right along. All right, 2 pieces of television news here for you. One, not mostly. They're making a God of War show for Amazon Prime, and they released this image. This image here that you'll see on your screen if you pull your phone out of your pocket and you look. By the way, my Spotify listeners out there, I forgot to mention this, but the thing with Spotify is that you upload the audio first, and then you can replace the audio with the video later. That's how it currently works. If you host on Spotify, then you can just upload the video from day one, which I might eventually do. But every time that I think about doing that, I look online and it's like Spotify will rape your podcast. It will take it and rape it and drain it of all that's good in this world and leave you with nothing. So it might sound appealing, but you should fuck off and never do that. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from the internet, which maybe I'll keep it on my RSS, which is like my hosting platform, and then just do this fucking annoying. It's so... Here's what you do to upload a video on Spotify. You go to spotifycreators.com. All good so far. You go into your episodes list. Okay. You click on the little 3 dots next to your episode button. Right. You say upload video. Okay. That doesn't sound like that bad. I agree. Here's the kicker. Unlike a YouTube upload, you have to wait until it finishes uploading to then press publish in the bottom right corner. And the upload takes several hours. So frequently, I would say more often than not, what will happen is I'll press upload. I will move on with my life. I'll go about my business for a couple of hours. Usually I'll upload it in the morning and then tell my brother to come in here and press publish, but sometimes he'll forget. And often my computer, maybe some lapse in the internet or something will happen, and the other will just die. It'll just fucking die. It shits the bed, and then it's gone. And you come back trying to press publish, and you realize that it has not been uploaded. It's just like, I'm sorry, there was an error. You gotta retry it. Start from the beginning again. Oh no. It's so fucking annoying. And I cannot, there's no other, when you, again, directly counter to YouTube. YouTube, you press upload. You fucking throw an MP4 in there, and god damn it, it's gonna get uploaded. You don't have to press publish after it finishes. That's ridiculous. And the reason they do that, sloppers, you know why they do that? Because it's annoying, and they want you to host on their platform. I truly, and it's the only reason that that I'm considering hosting on Spotify is that. So they shouldn't change it because they got my ass, dude. I'm considering doing the switch, but I hate them. It's like a dictator or something. I just finished Andor again, and it makes me think of yeah, you can theoretically rule over these people, but they're gonna hate you, right? Is that worth it? I don't know. God, Andor is so fucking good. Season 2 is even better than I remember it. The year jump thing really worked for me this time. Fuck, we'll talk about Andor later. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about it now. What were we talking about earlier? I don't fucking remember. Spotify, go fuck yourself. That's what the point of my thing is. Spotify, go fuck yourself. Also, you're not paying your artist shit, right? That's not cool, man. You should pay your people more, huh? Maybe you should pay your people more. Oh, that's my opinion. I still use Spotify, and I still am grateful for the opportunity to post my podcast there. But it's a little cringe. It's a little cringe that you make me press publish, bro. You shouldn't do that. That's wild. Change that. Just change that. Yeah, but you're going to switch to Spotify because we do that. Fuck, you're right. You got me there. I have no counter to that argument. I'm just annoyed. So, actually, I can't even say I'm not annoyed by Amazon at all. Amazon, I still think, is just like, when you beat the competition so relentlessly, so assuredly, you cannot help but use Amazon. It is so fucking convenient. It is astonishingly convenient. Ordering almost anything and having it here in a day for free. It's like, how do you compete with that? You can't. It's crazy. But anyway, Amazon, having all the money in the world from their product division, their shipping shit to your home division, they can do whatever they want with their television division, Prime Video. They can do anything they want with Prime Video because they don't care about profitability at this point. Or maybe there's probably not a company on earth that doesn't care about profitability, but they're willing to take the L because they can afford it, right? So they greenlight the most expensive show ever created, which is Rings of Power, which nobody gives a fuck about. No one. Not even Lord of the Rings people give a fuck about that show. It cost $1 billion to make the first season. That is really... I need to watch it just to see to see what it looks like. $1 billion. Yeah, anyway. Wild. But anyway, they're making a God of War show on Amazon Prime. I think it's weird because I guess HBO was the last team up they did for Last of Us. Meaning PlayStation Studios teamed up with HBO. And then I'm sure that they floated this God of War idea past HBO and Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers said, we're good. We got Last of Us, that's enough. We're all set. Take your dog shit to Amazon Prime, please. And they did. And they've posted this image. Did I already tell you to take your phone out of your pocket and look at the fucking image? Was that about this? I don't remember. It's been moments since then. I think that's what I was talking about. But anyway, yeah, it looks like shit. It looks like it's very clear to me that Kratos, like, homeboy is just wearing a bald wig. The bald cap. It's funny to me that he has forehead wrinkles and they just stop right at the bald cap line. It's also like, dude, who is this guy? Who is this actor, I wonder? Oh, he's a Sons of Anarchy guy. Huh. That's cool. It's kind of cool that he got a starring role, the Sons of Anarchy guy. But anyway, this dude was clearly not willing to shave his head. But I got some news for you, buddy. Fuck you. Shave your head. Like, the Sons of Anarchy is over. You don't need the long hair and the beard anymore. The beard you can keep, because Kratos has a beard. Just shave your fucking head. Walter White, Bryan Cranston shaved his head for like 5 straight years for Breaking Bad. You can do that, bruh. It's a starring role. It's a big opportunity. But he didn't do it. So they tucked his long ass hair into a bald cap, and it looks silly. It's also just a bad pose. Looks like he's taking a shit. The creator of God of War, by the way, posted on Twitter this week after this image surfaced online. He was like, brother, why would you use this image to advertise our new television show? This image sucks. Kratos does not look intimidating or interesting. He looks like he's taking a shit. This child, bro, is there actually just from this image alone, Is there a chance this kid does not suck ass at acting? Literally just from this one image, I'm willing to be wrong. I hope that I am wrong. But I can just from looking at this fucking child, I can pretty much guarantee he sucks. I can pretty much guarantee it. Also, it's weird they aged him down, right? In the game he's like a teenager. Teenagers are better at acting than toddlers or whatever. He's like 6. Maybe they want to age up with the kid. I guess. Fair enough. You get a prepubescent child so that in season 2 he could be like hitting puberty. Okay, I guess, but that doesn't change the fact that he sucks. He sucks. It's mean to say that he sucks. When I haven't seen a lick of the show, only the same promotional image that you all have seen, Sloppers. But I have a feeling. I know it in my gut. This image gives the same fucking vibes as baby Princess Leia from Obi-Wan Kenobi, that disgraceful, awful show. Yeah, this looks bad. With all that said, have you guys played God of War? I've heard the story's good. I've heard the first one's better than Ragnarok. I've also heard that I have never had a PlayStation of any kind, so I will remain ignorant of this story unless I watch the show. Maybe I'll watch the show. Is Amazon still shitting out entire seasons at the same time? Are they still doing that? Just dumping the whole season on the same day? I really hate that model. It's crazy the 180 that I've done about that model. Where that was like so revolutionary and so cool to me when Netflix started to do it. And now I just it's the least I want the thing to last. I'm old. I like having something to look forward to every week, every Sunday night. The classic HBO Sunday night drama. It's so much more interesting to me than having the whole thing to binge in a day. Binge watching. That's our new motto. Binge watching. Second screen binge watching. Not in love. So I hope this Amazon Prime God of War show is good. I'm happy that our guy from Sons of Anarchy got a show. Ryan Hurst. But you should have shaved your head, bro. More television news for you. Boy, oh boy, are people loving that Game of Thrones show. It's kind of revitalized the interest in the franchise. The success of this Dunk and Egg show called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I still have not watched it. I will eventually watch it. Has revitalized interest in the franchise to the degree that they're greenlighting a ton of shit now. And then we're going to have a ton of Game of Thrones coming up, which is exciting for me because I'm a big fan, or I was a big fan. So here's a list of stuff that they have currently in pre-production, in development, as they say. Probably at least half of these shits will never see the light of day, just for the record. But this is the stuff that they have currently floating. House of the Dragon Season 3, definitely happening. Premieres this June. The Mad King, Robert Rebellion prequel play. They're doing a fucking play. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms Season 2, definitely happening. Aegon's Conquest. This I've heard a ton about. Film/series. Being written by Mattson Tomlin, who wrote The Batman Part 2 and nothing else of note. I don't know how he landed the Batman gig. That shit's crazy. Hopefully he doesn't fuck it up. There's an animated series called 9 Voyages coming out. Haven't heard of that. It's seems to be... Yeah, it's about the sea snake on his 9 epic voyages. Sure. It's animated. Interesting. Nymeria 10,000 Ships. Which is... So this is the same thing as the Conquest, the 10,000 Ships thing. It just means that when they came over from the doom of Valeria. They brought 10,000 ships with them. Like, maybe that's right. I could have my lore wrong here, but that's a lot of fucking people. I thought it was less than that. Anyway, and then here's the kicker, everyone. Here's the fucking kicker, everyone. A Game of Thrones movie, theatrically released movie, written by Beau Willimon. Who's that? He's the motherfucker that created House of Cards, and he also wrote some of the best episodes of Andor. Oh, fuck. Yes, dude. So he was a showrunner for House of Cards through season 4. If you remember, the House of Cards got real shit real fast. But I was looking at his writing credits. Definitely worth noting here. He wrote every episode of season 1, every episode of season 2. The 2 great seasons. Season 3, he wrote like 4 episodes. Season 4, he wrote 2. So when he stopped writing the show, it got shit. Like, he wrote a couple of episodes of season 3, which is like, it's the decline season, but it's not miserable yet. And he only wrote 2 in the stinker season. So yeah, dude. And he stopped showrunning. He stopped running the show after season 4, and it got even worse. So I think like his writing career is freaking solid as a goddamn rock, brother. The first 2 seasons of House of Cards are excellent. Excellent. He's also executive producing for Severance. And of course, Andor. What episodes did he write of Andor? Let's find out. Bro, he did the Prison Break arc. Narkina 5, Nobody's Listening, One Way Out. Arguably the best stretch of the whole show. Not to mention the fucking lead up to the Gorman shit in season 2. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yes. Oh, man. Great stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the best picks that I could possibly imagine, this guy, to pin the script for a Game of Thrones movie. It's just like it's the best pick, man. I think he's going to do a great job. I'm very excited for this. I really, really hope it happens. It's possible it won't happen, but I hope that it does. So shouts out to Beau Willimon. And God love you, man. I love your work. I've got a feeling, by the way. All right, so of the things that I mentioned, which ones are going to happen? Here's my bold predictions. House of the Dragon season 3 happening. Mad King Robert Rebellion prequel play, not happening. Knight of Seven Kingdoms season 2 definitely happening. Aegon's Conquest, I've heard too much about this for it to not be happening. It's happening. 9 Voyages animated series, not happening. Fuck, maybe that will happen. No, I think it's gonna happen. Because animation takes so goddamn long that they're probably they're already doing storyboards and shit. Nymeria 10,000 ships, not happening. I haven't heard a peep about that. Game of Thrones film director, yes, it got so much positive press this week because of the announcement of the writer that I'm going to say it's happening. I also just like to manifest that in the world because I want to see this fucking movie. Game of Thrones movie, written by Beau Willimon. Yeah, dude. So shout out to you, Beau Willimon. God love you. All right, what have I been watching? I'm glad you asked. I rewatched Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie with a friend of mine, Chris from There Are Too Many Movies. Love this film. It is hilarious, really, really funny, extremely impressive. It's like it's one of those it's a mockumentary style. By the way, for those who are unaware, this movie has nothing to do with the band Nirvana. It's based on a web series about these two musicians who are trying to get a show at a venue in Canada called the Rivalry, and that's like the entire premise of the show is like how do we get booked at the Rivalry? What the fuck is it called? The Rivoli. It's kind of Always Sunny vibes where they're constantly thinking of schemes and fun, creative ways that they can get a show at the Rivalry. Fucking, I don't know why I keep losing it. Rivoli, like ravioli. The Rivoli. So anyway, sorry. The Rivoli. So yeah, like by the way, in real life, which like an extra layer of ironic humor is that the Rivoli is it's like you can just sign up for an open mic and any human can play there, but they want to like get booked. They want like a real show, but it's like it's a tiny kind of shitty venue, which is funny, but it's their big dream, and they keep coming up with like these hackneyed schemes that never work out. And Matt Johnson is one of the funniest, most creative people ever. He's like a legit comedic genius, this guy. And his look too, he's just so he's immediately funny to look at. And then you have Jay McCarroll playing the straight man, but he's also an idiot who is going along with all of Matt's plans for the most part. Schemes. So it's really hilarious that your straight man is also dumb. But the general vibe of the film is just like extremely impressive, really funny, goes for jokes constantly, laugh out loud, legitimately hilarious, and sweet and endearing and creative and fun. And they use real people in in their shots, similar to like a Jackass. But they're not making fun of anyone. They're not like pranking anybody. They are always the butt of the joke themselves. So it's very wholesome that way. Like they just get random street people as part of their film. Yeah, it's great, man. Highly recommend it. It's a tough one to recommend just because of the name, and people are like, "Huh, what is that?" But I cannot picture a human, literally any human, watching this and not liking it. So check it out. It's great. I want to give a shout out to the best stand-up special that I've seen this year by far. And also just a new comedian who I have fallen in love with. Chris Fleming, live at the Palace. Holy shit, Chris Fleming. So I've heard tale of this person, this man, from the internet mostly, or he'll guest on Caleb Heron's podcast, who I also watched his special this week. It was fine. But Chris, like, Caleb Heron talks a lot about how Chris Fleming is the most fearless, impressive performer, like comedic performer working today. He's the new Jim Carrey. Holy shit, he's the new Jim Carrey. He's the new Jim Carrey. He will eventually grow up and hit 60. In 30 years' time, he will look like a clown full of nitrous oxide. But we have many, many more years of Chris Fleming before that happens, which is very exciting. But yeah, dude, a legitimately stunning hour. Insane hour. What can I tell you that will convince you to watch this? The energy is next level. The jokes are next level. He's never not moving. He's like sprinting around the fucking stage. He's super transgressive. He's like every time you think you know where a thing is going, he goes the other direction. Blown away. I put this in my Letterboxd review, but he is like the final boss of the tough act to follow, for like an LA comedian. I was like, how does Hassan Minhaj come up after 15 minutes of Chris Fleming at the Comedy Store. You get 15 minutes of Chris Fleming, and then you go to fucking Joe Rogan, right? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Night and day. Cannot recommend this enough to you all. It's excellent. It is my favorite special of the year by far. Again, we've only cleared 3 months of the year, to be fair. But yeah, dude, it's I've got a feeling this might be the #1 special of the entire year by the end of the year. So I will absolutely be watching the rest of his specials. He's got like 3 more. This one's on HBO. Go check it out. It's fantastic. I did the unfortunate thing of I was actually driving to my ranch and back, so I had some time for some comedy specials. The car is a great place to listen to comedy. Listen/watch. I put it on my mount, and I glance over at it while I mostly listen, like half watch. Mostly listen, half watch. Chris Fleming is so physical that you kind of need. I was being very unsafe with my driving because I kept watching his insane behavior. Yeah, I'm just laughing thinking about some of the bits, man. I would rewatch the special in a heartbeat. But anyway, I made the mistake of I followed up Chris Fleming's special with another HBO special I've been meaning to watch, which is Caleb Herron's, and I should have done those in the reverse order because I did the thing of I followed Chris Fleming with a normal good comedian, Caleb Herron, who's hilarious on podcasts, and this is a great special of his. But I just fucked up my order. I should have started with the normal guy and ended with Chris Fleming, because Chris Fleming will pull a man out of a coma, and Caleb's just a guy. Caleb's just a human being. Chris Fleming is so much more than that. So I think this dude, great special, by the way. I have no complaints. Caleb Herron's great. It's solid freaking special. Gets into some deeper, darker stuff, but mostly just sweet and funny and solid. But Chris Fleming is raising the bar. Raising the fucking bar. Exceptionally talented. Very, very interested to see where his career goes. We'll absolutely be going to see him live whenever possible. I don't know how you sustain this level of performance. How you keep that, how you do that night after night, you know? You just get fucking tired. I don't know how he wasn't sweating even at the end of the show. He's just in really great shape, maybe? I don't know. Fucking hell. I would be in the fetal position. If I attempted to do half the shit that he did in that fucking show. Check out that show. Check out that special. Goddamn, it's fucking great. All right, catching up on Oscar movies. I watched a movie nominated for documentary feature. It's called The Perfect Neighbor. It's on Netflix. This movie sucks ass. It's really annoying. Why did I hate this movie? The gimmick is that they use 98% just body cam footage from police officers and almost no interviews or, the classic the sit down. Here, I'll just do it for you right now. Hi. Is this my microphone? Are these my headphones? They do that. Every single fucking documentary does that. That little candid moment when they sit down for the interview. Why is that in there? It's to humanize them, I guess. But we needed some of that. We needed that, and we needed interviews with people who were affected by this person. But there's no arc. There's no the best documentaries are the ones where they find something on the ground floor and they investigate it, and then more shit starts happening in real time, they just they catch hold of a crazy situation as it's happening. Those are the most fascinating documentaries, right? This was, hey, we know about this lady, she sucks ass. Here's her sucking ass for for 97 minutes. Nothing was learned. The lady sucks ass. Nothing was revealed. Guess how much she sucks ass? She sucks ass a lot. Great. Okay, well, what if there was like compelling character drama? There's not. It's just body cam footage of sad people who were affected by this lady who sucks. And it's kind of exploitive and gross, especially in one scene. I'll just tell you what happens because it's fuck you. Because fuck you, you know? The lady gets shot by a bitch neighbor, and then the police have to go tell the family that she's dead. And there's just like, it holds on this fucking child. Her child. And we just watch the child cry that his mom is dead. It's pretty gross, man. It's no good. So I don't know. It just felt gross. I was mostly just not grossed out by it. Mostly I was bored. Because a whole lot, 90% of this movie, that's not fair. 75% of this movie is the cops being called to this lady's house and walking up to her and like, hey, lady, you got to shut the fuck up. You got to stop calling us. You got to quit being such a bitch. And you just like, all right, she sucks. We get it. She sucks. We get it. She sucks. We get it. Anyway, this movie is boring and bad. Boring and bad. And no thank you to documentaries like this. I would like something of interest to watch, please. Who directed this turd? I don't know, some lady. Some fucking lady. Anyway. Anyway, Sloppers, this, by the way, is nominated for documentary feature at the Oscars, so it will definitely be winning because it's bad. It's also the only one that I've seen, so I'll probably be voting for it. Maybe I'll try to watch it a couple more before Oscars day. The next time I see you all, I think is after the Oscars, right? Is that true? Yeah, dude. So next week's episode, we'll be doing an Oscars recap, which is exciting. I'm going to have a friend of mine on who's a big Oscars head. And look forward to that, Slops. But in the meantime, God love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you very much. I will see you guys in 7 days' time.